Good morning. It is Gratitude Monday today. And today I want to talk about being grateful for changing seasons. We are now full swing into the fall season, and the weather is changing. The leaves are changing colors, at least in the area that I live in. I recognize that if you live in the southeast or maybe on the west coast, you are not experiencing changes in weather like I am, where it's 38 degrees at night sometimes, and then almost 70 degrees during the day. And I think right now it's in the mid-50s or even low 60s. But the weather is definitely changing, and I think it's kind of metaphoric for changes and seasons in our lives. Sometimes we go through the valley, sometimes we're up on the mountaintop, sometimes, we're feeling high, and sometimes we're feeling low, and I'm making the assumption that I'm not talking about using any medication to experience that. But it is, I think, appropriate for us to just be grateful for the changes of the season. When we, if we just take a look at nature, it's so amazing to me how God's creation just knows exactly the right time when to change. You hear the birds, flying south for the winter. Then, of course, in the springtime, they're flying north. And then you have the fall, and things are kind of dying off, and the changes of the colors. And then you have winter, which can be a little brutal at times, especially when here in Wisconsin it drops 8 inches overnight, and you're digging out in the morning time. And it can be kind of dreary and drab, but then springtime comes and everything is alive. Everything is blooming and blossoming. And the summer, you're in the dog days of summer, and it's hot, and you're relaxing, and you're just enjoying time on vacation and things like that. And I think that we go through seasons like that emotionally and mentally, where we can be charged, and that we have the anticipation of something great and amazing happening, and then we're in the thick of it, and we're excited, and our momentum is going, and our energy is up, and then maybe we have this big project that we're working on, or we have this big celebration that we've looked forward to, and then it's over, and then we kind of have a letdown. And that letdown can kind of hit us hard, because we might have been planning for something to celebrate for a long time. Good morning, Patty. Thanks for coming on this morning. And we might have been looking forward to something, and then when that something happens, then we're like, now what? And we kind of have a letdown a little bit, as we had all this energy going into something, and then when it's over, we're like, oh, wow, okay, now what? What do I do now? What do I look forward to now? And sometimes we can get a little bit down. Maybe you had a kid who graduated and they moved away, and you're excited for them, but then you're like, okay, what do I do now? There's nobody in the house. I'm an empty nester. Or maybe you have a 6th grade graduation, and your kid is now entering adolescence, and you're looking at them and you're thinking, oh my gosh, just yesterday I was changing their diaper. Or maybe you're a mom-to-be or a parent-to-be, and you're like, oh my gosh, I'm so excited, this little baby, and this baby comes, and you're overwhelmed. And you're like, oh my gosh, life as I knew it is no longer there. I have this little baby that I have to take care of, and he or she cries, and I don't get my sleep, and everything revolves around changing the diaper, feeding, sleeping, nap time, and you're just in it. I think that we should just stop and breathe, because we can find gratitude in every moment, even when we're in the midst of a valley or in the midst of a storm. What am I learning through this? What does God want me to learn in the midst of this struggle or in the midst of this chaos? And then when you come out of it, and the strength that you had, the faith that you grew, the lessons that you learned, it's preparing you for something else. And that is the seasons of life, the seasons of change. So when we look at our seasons that nature shows us, it's kind of metaphoric for the seasons that we might be going through in life. We have the sunny days, we have the stormy days, we have the days where we're feeling just everything is clicking, and then we have the days where we feel like nothing is working. This is all normal. And if we didn't have those, life would be pretty boring. And if we didn't have the struggle, then we wouldn't have the opportunity to appreciate contentment. We wouldn't have the opportunity to appreciate the celebration. So today, as we go about in the midst of fall in full swing, just think about that a little bit. What are you thankful for? What are you content about? If you just came through something, what did you learn? And how can you possibly learn or use that later? Or maybe you don't know how you will use it later, because when the situation comes up, you'll be like, oh my goodness, I've been through this before. I'm not going to make the same mistakes. Or, wow, when this happened before, this worked really well for me, so I'm going to do this again. Good morning, Diane. Thanks for coming on. Good morning, Dan. Welcome to a beautiful fall day, regardless of the weather outside. It's always a beautiful Monday. So today, in the seasons of change, as we are in fall, we have transitioned, I think, from summer, and we're not quite ready for winter yet. What are you grateful for? What are you going through? Good morning, Will. Thank you. Good morning. Good morning. What are you going through, and what season are you in? Are you in summer and you're just relaxing and enjoying sunny days? Are you in the fall and you're kind of like in between or a transition? Are you in the winter in a storm maybe, where things look kind of bleak and barren? Or are you in the springtime where you're getting ready to do something amazing and you're celebrating and you're anticipating? What season are you in? Will says, no, bring back summer. Well, I agree. I like summer, but I love the fall. I love the smell of the grass and the football weather, and I love the crisp nights with bonfires and the changing of the leaves. Whatever season that you are in right now, whether it's corresponding to the actual season of nature or not, what can you be content about? What can you be thankful about? And what are you learning, or what did you just learn? Today is a day of gratitude, just like every other day. And regardless of the season that you're in, we can appreciate the journey, and we can appreciate the lessons learned. Enjoy your day. Give a great day, regardless of the season. Love you all. Have a great one. Thanks.